What's up, YouTube? It's another video from the Paper Chaser. I know, 2 in a year. Can you believe it? Well, I decided to make another video to show off another hobby of mine that I collect. And this is going to be my beer coaster collection. I know, you're thinking, what kind of maniac collects beer coasters? Well, the kind of person who also collects rolling papers. So, this is my awesome collection. This is the side view. This is going to take a little choreography. Let's see if I can do this. Flip. And here she is. This is the big box, the main box, that has like all my specimens in it. And I'm going to take you through one by one and show you what these guys look like. So let's do this. Some more choreography. Da, 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 da. Okay, so I'm going to display these things on this beautiful Fratello cigar box that I just love like crazy. Again, big fan of graphics. Obviously there's some glare, but that's where I'll be holding up the coasters. So right off the bat, this beautiful Hendrick beer and ale. Hedrick, of course, Hedrick. It's got this great little crest there. It's like a fist holding a beer with a white mustache on top. And this guy is, I think, from the 1950s. I believe, yeah, these guys were in Albany, New York. And I think they have some connection to New Jersey. I'll have to take a look. So this is my beer coaster collection. And let's see the back. Nothing on the back of this guy. She's pretty thick. But just a great logo. I love the clouds and the just the color scheme. She's beautiful again. So this guy kind of actually matches my box over here. But so again, I've got another. And actually, I got a little fat stack of these guys. Yeah, for sure. Because I just love that Hedrick so much. So I'm going to stack these guys up and show you all my collection. Next guy is the Utica Club. A nice, this guy is from Utica, upstate New York. And I guess these guys had a couple of mascots. The other one's name, I think, is Dooley. But this is Schultz. Great looking Stein. Just a great coaster. And again, I think these are from the 1950s as well. Just a great design. Just a nice, perhaps from the 70s, but I'm going to guess from the 50s. It's, yeah, just a great looking coaster. The next one we got is Tuborg Lager. Simple coaster, nice Copenhagen, a Danish brand, right, from Denmark. And the front and the back is exactly the same. Great little crown there. So I do have a collection of other things as well, breweriana related. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce that ridiculous word. But I do collect a couple other things like I collect beer trays, and I also collect beer cans, and I'll be showing off those collections in the future. But right now I'm showing off just my favorite coasters that I love so much. Fort Pitt. Special beer. Fort Pitt Brewing, Pittsburgh. It's got a great little Fort there. Nice. Choicest malt, finest hops. And just a great, look at that. Could you imagine getting shit-faced in that little Fort Pitt during the, Revolutionary War, I guess? Just cool stuff. Fort Pitt, great graphics, right? Look at that, P-I-T-T, William Pitt. Pitt the Elder. Lord Palmerston. And feel free to comment about that. Deep cut. This is a modern coaster. This one is obviously Miller Lite. Just a beauty, right? Look at that girl. She's called the Girl on the Moon. I don't know if she's got a name, but I'm going to call her Lisa. Oh, Lisa. She looks great. And just a great design. I mean, she's obviously like iconic. And what's on the back? Miller High Life. What did I say? Let's hope I said Miller. I have a sneaking suspicion I didn't. But yes, this is the girl in the moon from Miller, iconic. So these guys were made in like the 90s or in the 2000s at the very least. Yeah, it's tough to read. Poor printing. Great beer, great responsibility. And you can barely make out something there. So these are all my roundies. This is Bira. I think this is an Indian brand, I was told. But this is like you see him in New York City nowadays, and that's why I picked up this guy. He's all right. It's like I don't know, it looks like a skateboard brand to me. Not so much beer, but still good. So this one's modern. These guys, Gretz. Oh, the bicycle man. The man with the old-timey bicycle that I guess just had the penny farthing that had like a strap of leather that you held instead of handlebars. I don't even know. And this dude's got a bucket of foaming beer. Hopefully, maybe this thing's got a name. And then a dog following him, I guess just lapping up whatever suds. Well, I guess the dog's in front, so he couldn't be lapping up any suds this guy's dropping. If the dog was smart, he'd be in the back. But made the old-fashioned way, slowly, naturally. Gretz beer. This guy's from Philadelphia. Whoever was the art designer of Gretz beer is just a genius because all their stuff looks really good. I've got another coaster here at the end. We'll save him for the very end. But you shall see this man again in just like a glorious form. It's perhaps my best coaster. That's why it's at the end. Okay, this guy's Pelforth. This is from, I think, France or maybe Belgium. But I got him because I like the little pelican. I thought it was an unusual mascot to have. Hey, not too bad. Yeah, look at all this beautiful printing. Just a beauty. Un pelican, un cormoran, un toucan. I'll pick the toucan. Actually, I'm feeling more like a pelican. I'll eat the pelican. Nah, yeah. Put me down for one pelican. I think I could eat a whole pelican. Especially if I just rode in a bike race. Okay, this is another modern beauty, Narragansett. Hi, neighbor. And, yeah, Narragansett, they've been around forever. They've just got a great typography, great logo. I just love it so much. Sold on merit. I guess that was like an old term, maybe. And this is some sort of nice, I forget the name of these things, but it's like a riddle, a word riddle. Rebus? I'm going to call it something like that. Rebus puzzle? I'm going to make that up, though, but I'm usually pretty good at Jeopardy, so I'm going to go with I was right. Rebus puzzle. Yeah, Narragansett, just beautiful. Okay, this is just a rare one. This one I got, this is from the 1920s, and that's where I picked this up. Well, I went back to the 1920s and got it. This is Birra Peroni Roma. She's just a beautiful, look at that kick-ass eagle. This is an Italian brand, Peroni. And you can get, this is just a beauty. I mean, she's unusually thick. So I'm going to guess this is from like the 20s because it's just got a great, crazy texture on it too, if you can see the dimples, as opposed to this one from the 50s. Just standard, like cardboard texture. This one's got like a nice pitting on it or something. See? Beautiful. Baruch Hashem. Now, what do we got here? All right. Next is Seibens. Seibens. I don't know how to pronounce it. And if you're thinking of a sex toy, I think that's spelt the same way too. I'm not exactly sure. But just a simple, nice, kick-ass logo. Looks like it could be like for a scotch or something too, but just a nice looking logo. Seibens from the 50s. Just a great, like, beauty. Okay, so I guess we're into the squares, so I'm gonna clean up all these guys. Let's put out some squares. Next three are, oh, Natty Bo, Mr. Bo. This is Natty Bo, delicious from my college days, of course. This coaster, I don't know where that's from, but I'm going to guess like probably like the 70s. And here, Mr. Bo, of course, always, you know, the story. He sold his other eye for the recipe to the beer, to the world's greatest beer. He sold his other eye to a wizard. And that's how Mr. Bo got the recipe to natural bohemian. That's the story that I used to scream at the top of my lungs after ingesting about, I don't know, 15 of these things. And telling people, you ever heard the story of Natty Bo? How he lost that eye? That's the story I used to make up. This one here I'm going to save. And this is a bar I go to in New York. Haven't been there in a while, but if you're ever in New York City, please visit Sid Gold's Request Room. It's on, like, I don't know, 25th Street and 7th. She's a beauty. It's a fun, a little bit lower, I guess, 24th Street. It's just a beautiful, old-timey logo, request room. They do great karaoke. And if this place no longer exists, because you're watching this in the year 2055, then, well, we had good times back at Sid Gold's. Tiger beer. This is like, these ones drive me nuts. This is like, when I think about just being like in a nice desert island, drinking a beer, sunset, like this is all of it in one coaster. That awesome Tiger. The beer itself that you can only get, like, you know, really, I mean, I guess you can get it everywhere, but it's like popular in like Southeast Asia where the sun is hot and the beer is hotter and the women are oftentimes men. This color looks funny on the camera, but it's a little bit different in real life. Yeah, it's showing up not as orange. Well, hopefully that'll change somehow when I upload this. But a beautiful Tiger beer. Okay, my next ones are, these guys are just a beauty. The Guinness. Again, look at the color of this thing. This looks like, to me, just like a poster. This thing is beautiful. That's why I bought so goddamn many of them, because I just couldn't help myself. These look like a poster to me. Not a coaster, but a poster. So this coaster breathes more like a poster. This one again, another one, just a beauty. Carlsberg. Again, I like the ones that like have a beer on them. And the beer's got to look appetizing. This beer and Guinness, to me, frankly, is disgusting. I could drink 50 of these, but I can barely choke down one Guinness. To me, it tastes like a wet loaf of bread. But Carlsberg, I love me a Carlsberg. And look at just how nice the gold, the foam, and this is like just beautiful, like 1950s. Printed in Denmark. Just great. Same thing on the other side. These guys are just some beauties. They're going to go on top of Sid Gold. Okay, here's a very unusual coaster I picked up. This is a promotional coaster from, 1980. Columbia Pictures for the movie Stir Crazy, starring Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. And I think that they are both captured so beautifully. For some reason, I think I've seen this movie, like on Comedy Central, when I was 11, and shouldn't have been watching, like, Richard Pryor movies, because it just did not register any of the race jokes. But I don't recall seeing these guys in the chicken costumes, but I don't know, I'll take it. I love it. It's just an unusual piece of memorabilia of two wonderfully funny men dressed ridiculously. Stir crazy. These are very, like, Very unique coaster. And here we've got Pabst Blue Ribbon. Just a nice die cut. It's got a nice little shape. And yeah, Pabst, you can't go wrong. She's classic. It's a beautiful logo. And I think this guy here, this is like, you know, I like it. Sometimes they have like the words Pabst Blue Ribbon. Sometimes they don't have the blue ribbon on it. But I like it. It reminds me of like, you know, right. First prize at a county fair. You, sir, are the drunkest. First prize. Better luck next year, madam. Here we've got 6 Point Brewery. This is just you know, this coaster's all right. This guy I got actually at a bar. And yeah, it's got a nice representation in New York City. I thought it was pretty good. So I picked it up. But, yeah, actually, not too bad. I was going to say she doesn't deserve a piece in my collection, but she's there. If I put that beer in there, I'm going to put that one in there, so I might as well. Coors, just another classic banquet. Pull up for the banquet. I love, yeah, just a great, that square, the words, the typography of this. Coors, you know, it's classic. Here, we've got some nice banquet stuff here. So these next ones, I'm sure this one's modern, this one's this one's modern, this one's modern, and these guys are modern too. Miller Lite, like nice wrapping paper style, and just a nice, clean, large, beautiful. Foster's a, you know, typographically she does nothing for me. In fact, I don't know what this is doing here. All right. It cheapens my collection, you know, to have some that are like, that's the whole point. This is a very manicured thing. Okay, these are my beautiful Hampton beer. These are from the 40s. Just great colors. And look at that. More rice, hops, sugar, and malt. You can see it right through the barrel. Oh my gosh, just great. Like this one again. This and this. It's like, look at this. Look at these beauties. This one looks like a poster as well to me. This one's just beautiful. Another great example of just straight up typography. Blatz from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And this is just a beautiful example of like a ribbon, and I love the colors in between. Now I've seen this done with like another, I can't remember offhand what that brand was, but I'm gonna say it might even be like Glukes. I don't know who, but somebody else has something that's very similar to this guy, but I like the way, oh, and I think Blatz also made like a circular one, but I think it just looks so nice like this. All right, just great colors, great everything, just simple stuff, right? But dazzles the eye. Okay, and these are my last, oh, and this is my last square. John Smith, the Tadcaster Brewery. If any of you maniacs out there have this particular coaster, and I do mean this one because it looks, you know, pretty unique, I'm obsessed with this coaster, and if I could get 100 of these, I would. I just love the way that magnet pops, the colors at the bottom, and they like changed the magnet in modern years. It doesn't have the same shape. The John Smith they changed too, but this is like the old, I guess like 70s style, and this is just a beauty. I love this coaster so much. Okay, and now we're getting into the die cuts. So these are the last of my coasters, and these guys have all got like unusual shapes going on. Yeah, let's start off with this guy here. We've got the Noble German Beer, Holstein Hamburg, made in Germany. So this is an actual German beer. I didn't even realize that. I figured that this was made in America. We've got a little bit of that texture going on here too. See, like you can see like that Peroni that I was saying before. So this guy here might also be like, you know, maybe from the 40s or 50s, but she's just a great crest. I thought nice simple stuff. And of course, die cut. So she's got that unusual shape. Okay, next is Tuborg. Again, with that great crown, the Royal Danish Court by appointment. So, you can make an appointment with them and get wasted, I guess. Gold label, Tuborg, just a nice, and these guys are all double-sided, yeah, just a beauty. And then my last of my last, save the best for last, first is Belhaven Brewery. This is a Scottish brewery. I got these from a shop in England. And just fantastic, right? This is Happy Longshoreman. And actually, I believe this guy is. So let's get ready for some fun colors. Beautiful. Those are the guys. And last, but not least, the Gretz. The man on the penny farthing. We saw him again. I said we'd see him again. And let's actually just enjoy him by himself for a second here. Even my Fratello is too blinding. Here's the original coaster we saw, which is all right. But this bad boy, there he is in all his glory. So this is my absolute favorite, and I said I wish I could have bought 50 of these, and I was able to buy just a truckload. So, once again, if anybody out there is interested in making a trade for some interesting stuff, hit me up at rppaperchaser@gmail.com. And or leave a comment and subscribe, even better, down here. Why not? I'll be back with more crazy shit to look at.